Dun 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 dun
Dun dun dun.
Dun 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 dun
dun dun dun. NyanCave.
Oh God! Okay, we are back, everybody.
Rehearse that 8 times.
At least.
At least.
And I was practicing it every single morning. We freaking killed it. Dual Destinies, man.
Murder on stream.
I know. But this is it's Dual Destinies, and this is part 2 of it. Thank you so much for laughing. I was gonna be out on my own on that one. That was reaching.
Here you go. You got one.
I knew it was.
There
Thank you. When we're playing it, make sure to like the video if you dig this playthrough. We're giving away 50 waffles for every single like to everybody in the chat. And I don't want to wait anymore because we already had a power outage yesterday and couldn't play.
It's true.
I was really upsetting. Okay.
Oh yeah, we left it on a cliffhanger and everything.
We did.
You're welcome, everybody.
Music. Uh-oh.
Does that sound a little deeper than usual?
I was gonna let it finish, but yeah, totally. I agree with you completely.
How do you do the thing?
Here, let me just do the thing 1 second. Okay. Sometimes it goes through puberty and we have to go, nope, get back here, choir boy.
Right, Bluestone wins. I was just gonna let it go.
This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. But given how things ended yesterday... Good morning.
Oh, upgraded animations.
The mood sure is tense. Not that that's any surprise.
Then in here.
Oh!
A vodka.
Thank you, Suzu.
It's my birthday!
Oh! Happy birthday, Suzu!
So I bought a giant paper golden star-shaped waffle with my name written on it as a present to myself. Oh! Please make sure the name is in all caps. Hashtag cruise control for cool.
We'll put underscores on each side of it.
I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Will do, Suzu. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not showing up on Streamlabs for some reason,
Wait.
but this will certainly do it.
Wait,
The
big one?
Yeah!
Holy
The big one!
shit!
Yeah, he's a bit slow.
Well, I was really confused because I didn't see it on my tell me what to
Me neither.
to read thing.
I didn't either.
But you already had it up and
Holy crap, Suzu, thank you. The big oof.
The big ooh. Well, I'm gonna get that going on in chat. Holy.
This is for a million waffles in chat, though. Freaking, what a crazy way to start the morning off. Happy birthday, Suzu. Wishing you nothing but the absolute best. And cheers.
Life would not be the same without you arresting us all the time. Sorry, without
It's
the
true.
YouTube
I mean,
police
Suzu
arresting
does,
us.
because
Wink.
Suzu must.
Then yeah, as always, the big waffles for the big oofs. I always take a night to do them because I don't want to rush them. So
Or be head down the whole stream.
oh yeah, totally that too.
But yes, it will most certainly be in all capitals and underscored.
Gotcha.
Ah! Ooh, that's cool because you did get us.
I did get you. Fun fact, this is the 4th AA OST done by Grandian lunar composer Noriyuki Iwadare after Trials and Tribulations, Ace Attorney 1 and 2, with Spirit of Justice being his 5th.
Oh, thank you for that information. I mean, the composer.
Thanks, Adam.
Actually, I have something just for this. Keep going.
Oh, hey, did you read the paper this morning, boss?
Huh? The paper? That came out of left field.
You didn't read it? Then you don't know the big news. Somebody spotted an abominable snowman way up in the mountains.
Tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Athena.
It might show up in the forest where you live, Junie. So you'd better watch out, okay? You really should read the story yourself. I couldn't even begin to do it justice.
Uh-oh.
Justice?
She said the word.
Huh? Poor Apollo.
Oh.
And it's all my fault. Athena! I'm so sorry.
What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. He'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. We rushed him to the hospital right away, and it looks like he's gonna pull through.
Oh.
But it was still quite a shock to stumble onto a scene like that. Is Miss Woods all right, Athena?
Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting in that sofa over there.
I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo.
Poor Junie. She believes that the reason Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom.
Oh? Guess I can see why she'd think that. By the way, how are you doing?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you all right?
Me? I'm doing just fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm all right. People who have studied analytical psychology are great at times like these. After all, they've learned how to control their own emotions too.
Somehow, I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound.
That's true.
But there's no denying she's a real trooper. Apollo doesn't remember a thing, does he?
Yeah. He can't really recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in courtroom number 4 or who assaulted him. The doctor said it's probably due to that hit he took to the back of the head.
Assaulted in a court of law,
Amnesia.
losing your memory at that. I know how that feels.
Yep.
But who in the world would do such a thing, huh, Mr. Wright? Ugh, just wait until I get my hands on the coward who hurt Apollo.
Now, Athena. I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. Let's just focus on helping Miss Woods, okay? But I admit, I'm just as upset as you.
Okay, boss, you're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we've cleared Junie's name.
That's the spirit. Now, let's see. I'd better check the court record one more time before the trial starts.
Yeah, it was cool when she was smiling. Widget was like all sad. Yeah.
If memory serves, when I have more than 6 pieces of evidence, I should be able to switch pages with D-pad or analog stick.
Eartha, Mr. Wright, I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, let's get ready to rumble.
You bet.
Let's get ready to rumble!
With everything that happened with Apollo, I didn't have time for a proper investigation. I can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right, for Miss Wood's sake, and Apollo's too.
It's really cool seeing their new animations being so fluid. It reminds me a lot of Ghost Trick. Like just that kind of like flattened but really smooth styling. And also, wow, we have a hot sec. It's not going to show up or is going to show up? It is! Thank you so much, Snoodle Boop, for becoming one of us.
Snoodle Booper!
It's such a wonderful...
The Booper of Snoodles!
Boops of Snoops.
And Suzu run their own raffle.
Oh! That's what happens here. That's why Suzu did it the whole time, actually. What a great birthday present.
I'm pretty sure that's a first.
A birthday self-win
Yes.
million waffles.
Waffle raffle, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nyan history was made today.
Nyan history was made today.
We can do the things real quick before we jump into this.
Yeah. Hey, Adam!
By the way, it's Trials and Tribulations and Investigations 1 and 2, not Phoenix Wright and Justice for All.
I make no assumptions.
No.
Objection!
Oh, thank you so much, SG Rambo.
My favorite streamer's playing my favorite Ace Attorney? Best combination ever!
Thank you, SG. Hey, Steve Design! Panic dance, it's my panic dance. It's my panic dance.
This is not a reminder since you know already, but I just had to drop some bars. Do the DLC and we'll let you be, but only between case 2 and 3, so we fix a little inconsistency.
No, I think it's to the that Eminem song. It sounds like it at least. Do the DLC and we'll let you be, but only between case 2 and 3, so we'll fix a little inconsistency. Almost.
Yeah.
Or else we'll feel so empty. And the stream. No.
La 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 la
Shoot.
la la.
La 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 la
Maybe
la la.
not. I think it
What
might be.
song is it?
Seems like
Rhymes,
it.
though.
Steve. It is sick rhyme.
Clay got it.
Oh, I got it. Okay,
got it.
nice. Yeah.
I don't know enough rap music to make it work.
I did the Edgeworth thing.
Damn.
Oh, you did. I
Yeah,
remember that. That was good.
The PIC won't let me be.
everybody.
Yeah.
Hey,
If there were two guys in a courtroom and one of them killed one another with a rock, that would be
Cussed up.
cussed up or what?
I imagine that's how Caveman Court went.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
He took my meat. Boom. No, I didn't.
Noodle beat. Hey, Chris Lee, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Oh.
Oh. Day 2. Court is now in session.
All rise.
I should just like. Oh man, no,
Wait, one
the
more
chair
thing.
up doesn't work quite the same.
Athena. Oh, so
This
good
is
looking.
really interesting to watch at work in the background because I keep hearing my name and jumping.
Oh, no.
That's funny.
Thank you.
Damn
I won't
that.
tell anybody.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods.
Oh God.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is also ready, Your Honor.
Is it?
Now, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question?
I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor.
I must say I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Ouch. Aha! Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am.
How good does Phoenix look in that? Jesus. There is a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up during this trial.
A separate matter, you say? And what might that be?
I assume you are aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial. I am speaking, of course, to the assault on Mr. Justice in the ruins of courtroom number 4.
Uh-oh. Why is he bringing that up?
Yes. What a truly harrowing experience it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice.
At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods.
He isn't going where I think he's going with this, is he?
The prosecution wishes to indict Mrs. Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault.
This is kangaroo court. You can't do this. Get this guy out of here.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the incident under deliberation here is the courtroom bombing. The assault on Mr. Justice has nothing to do with this trial.
But I believe there is a connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in courtroom number 4. Also, this is the location in courtroom number 4 where the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it is quite close to where the detective Arm's body was found.
Courtroom number 4 diagram added. Nice.
The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice?
Why indeed? What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne?
I believe Mr. Justice found something in that courtroom while Miss Woods was with him. Evidence that fingered her as a perpetrator of the bombing.
You mean he found some incriminating evidence?
Precisely. And so I surmise that the defendant picked up a piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice in the back of the head in order to silence him.
Junie would never do such a thing. She was devastated when she found Apollo hurt like that.
Miss Sykes, please control your outbursts.
It is the prosecution's belief that my debilitating Mr. Justice's assault by deliberating on Mr. Justice's by deliberating on Mr. Justice's assault. Assault.
It's like you saw the DE and like the length of the word and you rolled the dice on it.
I just threw one down the hatch, okay? We will draw ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself.
Bombing. I've never heard someone pronounce the second B in bombing.
But
The very subtle thing.
Gaspin absolutely would.
Bombing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Bomber man.
Miss Woods is hereby officially indicted on the charge of assaulting Mr. Justice. Why am I doing this? Jesus Christ, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
What? Why are you listening to Mr. Toupee over there? Although,
This is real.
considering our conversation yesterday,
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
uh-oh. Wonder what it was.
He told me, I'm gonna go look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper.
Maybe the two incidents really are related after all.
I would like to start by hearing from the defendant herself.
Who needs sleep, man? Every time analytical psychologist comes up, I'm like, oh, don't mess it up. You can do it now.
Oh, well, bailiff. Please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I can't seem to stop.
Miss Woods. Guess she's still really upset about Apollo.
Miss Woods, you went to the ruins of courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Oh, interesting. Good. Okay. If you would then, please testify about what happened to the court.
Alone with Apollo.
During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me, and we went into the courtroom ruins together. Then I was called back into this courtroom to give testimony. Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person?
So, Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling unwell. What an admirable young man. I thought his loud voice was his only outstanding feature.
Cords of steel!
He may look like a little imp at times, but Apollo can be really nice too.
I hope she didn't hurt her wrist by backhanding that one out. That's a good line.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
That is so good. You hurt your wrist with that backhand?
yeah. All right.
But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind the ruins?
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Something? What kind of something?
Something to do with the courtroom bombing kind of something. I think.
Uh-oh.
Oh-ho! New evidence for the case, was it? Oh, that's a very big kind of something indeed.
I believe so. He mentioned looking for some evidence when I was called away.
Objection! Just as I thought. There is a connection between the two incidents. Ha ha! But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor.
Oh, and what lie is that?
When she learned that Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself the chance to destroy that evidence. With a bomb, per se?
No, I never.
Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindness with violence. We found the proof of her foul deed there
God,
in the courtroom.
not again! Come on! I just want one first case where a name is not written in blood. Jesus.
God. Hey.
Oh no!
Why would you do that?
Oh no!
Adam, thank you.
Here we go again.
Please.
Never forget 11037.
Oh, I guess it was the second case. The first game with Mia.
Oh.
What on earth?
Do you see it? There in front of Mr. Justice's right hand. Witness the message he left us.
Oh, it's written in blood.
Indeed.
Well, W-O-O-D-S. Why? Wait, isn't that...
Would you read that aloud?
Oh, hold on. I'm trying here. W, the sound a W makes. Woods.
But we're not in a
That's
forest.
right, Your Honor. It says woods in capital letters.
What?
I submit that Mr. Justice left us with the name of his attacker before he fainted.
Why don't we just wait for Apollo to wake up? I'm sure he can sort this all out.
Let's see if Apollo's even right-handed.
No, that can't be
really
true.
good.
Why would Apollo write my name?
Mr. Wright, the nerve of him leaving that message. Why would he do this?
Why would he do that?
Hey, don't take it out on me. I don't understand it any more than you do. When we discovered Apollo yesterday... Apollo!
No.
We didn't have a chance to rush over to him. As soon as security heard Athena scream, they ran in and cordoned the area off.
Cordoned?
Cordon?
Cordon. It's like a nice fine wine. French. Cordon.
Who's writing a love letter?
After that, they were there in the courtroom. After that, they were there in courtroom number 4 with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves and had to leave everything to the police. Still, I never thought they would find some bloody writing there. Now then, please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
All right. While we have a second right here, I get to say a big thank you to Josh99 for becoming one of us.
Hey, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the love we're getting from the memberships. It's how we keep doing this thing. We got members date night tomorrow's night.
Thursday night.
Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. It's a night just for our members, our Patreon patrons, our Twitch subscribers. If you want to join up on any of those, it's a stream just for all y'all. You pick the game, we play it, we hang out. It's chill.
Gotcha!
Oh, it's Steve Design. This is really cool donation.
I'm gonna write a name. Oh yeah, let's write a name. Write a name.
Oh yeah, right.
It's time for planting. Wait, I haven't heard that song in ages.
Me too.
It's not you, Steve. It's us.
One
more time, we're gonna write a name. Oh yeah, let's write a name. Write a name for planting
evidence.
During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a bit of cough.
Hold it!
Oh my god! Oh shit! What the fuck are you doing? Why?
Damn, Steve.
Sorry.
We giving it a go, Steve.
Do you always cough when you get nervous, Miss Woods?
Yes.
See you soon, Akasha Black Crow. Very cool name.
Mr. Wright, please do not make Miss Woods nervous by pressing her so ruthlessly.
Oh, that was barely even qualified as a quasi-question.
Let's help her relax a little with small talk before we dive into the cross-examination. You know, ask her about her hobbies and her crushes and stuff.
Her crushes? Really? I don't know about this.
A little bit of courtroom foreplay, if you will.
Apollo stayed with me in the...
Hold it! Why exactly did you go to the courtroom ruins?
We went to look for my medicine to stop my coughing.
Your medicine? Why would your medicine be in courtroom number 4?
Well, I'm not sure if you remember, but there was an explosion. And I dropped it in the heat of the moment because there was an explosion. Bum Rap Rainy, he was keeping my medicine safe for me.
Man, she got those shifty eyes. I'm actually slowly starting to believe the prosecution.
Yeah.
I decree it.
He has a little compartment that I can put things in, you see. I can put my weed in there.
Not many people know this, but you can put your weed in there.
And Phony Fanty was the same type of pocket. That's where the bomb was inserted.
I had put my medicine for my coughing fits inside Bum Rap Rainy. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for him. There was so much rubble in there. I was worried, but there was no rubble or anything in front of the witnesses stand. So when we got inside, Apollo went straight there and started looking for my writing in that area. It was so nice of him to do that for me, in spite of all of his injuries.
You gotta wonder if the hole is in Reiny's hiney.
And then flash to the Ace Ventura crossover.
That was a really great bit.
Oh,
God.
Oh, the beauty of rhino birth giving.
Apollo is so strong and kind, just like the trees of the forest.
The way she makes him sound, you'd think Apollo was some kind of ancient god.
Can I get a denim?
Oh, wait.
Ancient.
Oh. Oh, that's why you went to the ruins. I see. That seems to be quite an important fact. Please add it to your testimony, Miss Woods.
Subtle joke is subtle.
Hold it! Hold it!
Ooh, Lily Pichu!
Did you steal my voice and use it for Junie? Yes, I practiced Lily Pichu voice in the shower.
Ooh.
Not a lie, 100% truth. I practice,
I'm Lily Peach.
I can't do it because I'm not in the shower. But
The resonance
It's the
is so
moisture
good.
and the resonance.
moisture
Yeah,
is
the
so
moisture
Moisture
and
is
the
so
resonance
real.
just really
Why don't we just
helps
turn this
out.
in? Should we? I have a humidifier. I can just humidify this room.
Pichu. I can't hit the high notes, but I try. I try. Lily
That is so
Pichu.
impossible for me.
I know. Ooh.
The area around the witness stand. Are you sure about that?
I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong?
Honestly, though, I've never heard Lily Pichu speak. Is Lily Pichu a guy or girl?
Girl.
Girl.
Yeah.
I personally think it's 100 times more impressive that he's a dude doing this. As a dude, I might be a little biased, but, you know.
No, it's different registers you're getting to.
Yeah, Lily Pichu, you can talk like yourself, but can
Yeah.
you talk like me?
Suck it!
Like a
Suck
gay
it, Lily.
man? Probably. Just kidding, Lily Pichu, I like you. You seem cool.
No, of course not. I was just testing my hearing. Must not upset her. Must not upset her.
Yes. I'm sure that's where we searched first. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony.
Oh. Wait. Can you rewind that for a second?
But then I was called back to this courtroom.
Perfect. Hold it.
Okay.
That was when you were called to the stand after Mr. Tonate's testimony, right? Or Tonate.
Yes. The bailiff came to courtroom number 4 and brought me back to this courtroom.
Oh, she can sing deep? Oh man, I gotta do more Lily Pichu research. Maybe me and Lily Pichu are kindred spirits.
And what about Mr. Justice? Did he come with you, or did he stay behind?
Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4.
Hold it! Hold it! I'd better not ask her about Apollo. I know. I'll use some small talk here to get her to relax a bit. Do you have any hobbies, Miss Wood?
Hobbies? Oh, well, I love growing vegetables in my garden. And I love to knit. I like sewing too. I made this outfit myself.
That's fantastic.
Keep it up, Mr. Wright. It's working. Now ask her if she's a crush on anyone.
Athena, no!
She's trying to get in there.
Yeah. Athena may be a psychological analyst. But can she see why Miss Woods is freaking out?
Ahem. So, is there anyone in particular you like right now? Objection!
Mr. Wright, is that question even remotely related to this case?
To this case? Not really. Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking questions unrelated to the case at hand. Sorry, Your Honor. -1 to brownie points.
Miss Woods, please continue with your testimony. I believe you were telling the court about your attack on Mr. Justice.
Huh. What if Athena became a therapist later in life?
I would go to.
Would that make her like a psychoanalyst? For short?
Yeah.
Did you see it hitting my head?
Yeah, I did.
I saw it. And then you look down and saw it. And you're like, oh,
A
that's
psychological analysis therapist?
Yeah.
A psychoanalyst for short?
I think so.
It's so bad.
It's pronounced an Elrapist. I don't care.
Arrested Development. If you haven't seen it, the first 3 seasons, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Neo's like, dude, I'm unsponsored, but you're not sponsored. Exactly. Hey, Chris.
Athena being about as useful as Dr. Oz right now.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
Ask her how she braids her hair.
I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person?
I don't think we pressed this one.
Hold it! So, you think Mr. Justice is kind?
Yes, very kind. He rescued me. He's like the sun, strong and warm. He makes me feel strong too.
The only adjectives I associate with the sun are sweltering and oppressive.
Oh.
But
Take
then
off the
Apollo got
suit.
hurt and
Phoenix Wright is my favorite hikikomori.
it's all my fault.
Hey, Daniel, what's up?
Junie, Apollo's gonna be fine. He's just like the sun, right? Well, the sun doesn't just drop out of the sky.
Every day does
You
though.
really think he'll be fine?
Someone kicks the courtroom door and the sun is exploding! It's over, everybody! It's all over! It's coming at us right now!
But the sun does go down at night.
Well, I sure hope it does, but that's none of our business.
Oh my, Mr. Payne. That means Apollo could.
Mr. Payne, I do not think much of men who make young ladies cry.
So Apollo was trying to help Juniper. Who knew that Apollo could be such a sweetheart?
It must have been pretty hard on him, too, with all that rubble in the way.
Now that I think about it, there's something odd about what Apollo was able to do.
You know, considering what Miss Woods said just now, I think you're right. That courtroom was in a very unusual state after all. Which leaves me the $1 million question. What would explain this contradiction? Anyway, let's see what happens when I present what I suspect is our answer.
Ah, yes. What I suspect to be our answer. Huh. I know. Woods.
Or actually, it looks like a 5. Like
Oh,
wood
that
5.
is a 5.
Oh, what
Wood
would that
5. Oh, wait, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, and before it's freaking 10015, and they're just like make the 1 into a W,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
last 1 into a D. I
Yeah.
figured it out. Look at that bomb box. Look at that fucking bomb box.
Mean? Look at the bomb box.
Look at
Ah, there it
you
is.
Oh.
fuck.
You absolute hex!
Where there was no rubble. What's funny is I expected there to be rubble near it, but there really isn't. I mean, or is there? I mean, there's kind of rubble around it, but not behind it. I mean, unless that I mean, maybe I'm seeing this wrong. I thought that slab there was like a stand to stand on, but maybe it's rubble? I don't know, guys.
Oh, you're ready to present it to here?
Well, I mean, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. So this is the thing that she added, and being an early case, I assume it's the one that she added. And all of this is also true, and we have nothing to even come close to refuting
so
any
what
of
do we
this.
have that goes against this, basically?
And it's only that map
Yeah.
that we just got.
Yeah. Yeah. Near the witness stand where there was no rubble. Oh, wait, click on it. I mean, but
Also, you guys can, yeah, feel free to backseat this game, you two, not you.
no.
See, the
not
thing
you.
about this is, now that I know this, it's like, well, how do we get there?
I know. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Don't jump the shark
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
That's
Don't leap off the building okay, without a parachute.
Yeah, don't aim for the bushes here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't try to fly with spoons.
Yeah.
or whatever. No.
These are all sayings.
Don't put your shoes on your head. I don't.
Yeah.
Don't put your shoes on your hands. I don't know.
Don't put your pants on 3 legs at a time.
I don't know. There's rubble around the witness
Dang.
stand.
Seska!
Seska!
Yay! I made another stream.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Also, that is a shot, Seska.
Yeah.
So, Seska, I see you in chat saying hi. Would you like us to partake in
Was that a celebratory
the
donation
devil's,
amount?
The devil's liquid? I don't know.
No matter what,
sounds
thank you
weird.
so much, Seska.
I'm gonna not say that.
No.
GDs.
Let us know, because Streamlabs is picky. I don't know. I'm gonna send it. There is a rubble all around the witness stand. So I mean, like,
Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen?
it could be wrong, and we could lose, and everyone will leave
Oh no.
forever.
I mean, that's a possibility.
Let's see what happens here.
If this is wrong, I'm canceling Persona 4 Golden. Here we go.
Objection!
It worked.
So he started his search. Oh yes, that's good. Shot. Thank you.
Everybody! Thank you so much. And then just with that, Super Chats don't always work for the exact amounts because it doesn't convert it. You can use Streamlabs strict download or
So-
direct link down below.
He
And
started
Streamlabs
his
is
search
there, sorry.
with the witness stand. You say, Adam.
Oh no.
Athena can hear a witness's heart. Phoenix can shelter a witness's
Shatter.
a witness's locks. Apollo can perceive a witness's tails. But can they see why kids love the taste of cinnamon toast crunch? The biggest mystery.
That's fine. I went on a journey there.
I would love that collaboration. Honestly, my favorite. Also, I do enjoy cinnamon toast crunch. Unironically,
I just had some this morning.
Oh, did you? Good. We haven't been eating as
Woo,
much
thank you,
cereal
Seska.
recently.
Hey, what's up, 1I37?
Hi, just joining in. But seriously, another case where they have writing conveniently in blood? You think Phoenix would remind the judge of the other cases where they were wrong. Totally not J. Trev.
looks like Phoenix doesn't keep his receipts. The Mia thing is written on a receipt.
Oh, that's
I know.
bam. That was a whoop.
No problem, Seska. Thank you.
He was being so brave
So
and strong.
So brave. But that's odd. Under the circumstances, he shouldn't have been capable of that.
But he was, and he still is. He might not look it, but he really is brave and kind too.
No, that's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone has a crush on Apollo.
And it's not the boulder that almost missed him.
Oh.
What you are claiming is something that no one should have been able to do. Oh, but I think anyone that can be brave, I should think that anyone can be brave and kind if they wanted to be, Mr. Right.
I love you, Judgy.
True, anyone can be brave and kind, but if you would please take a look at this diagram. With the courtroom in this state, how is it possible to walk up to the witness stand?
Oh,
I see your point. The rubble blocks off access to the area around the witness stand.
Does such a tiny inconsistency even matter? Perhaps the witness is simply misremembering it.
Ugh. Great. Now I'm not so sure it matters.
A real man doesn't make mountains out of rubble hills, you know.
Well, that's precisely what Mr. Wright does best.
I call slander, Your Honor.
So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? I have to say, it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy from just this diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any of the photos of the crime scene?
Let me see, Your Honor. Yes. I have one more.
Oh, that's what that is. Oh my god, and look, there's the rest of the letter behind that little bit of rubble right there.
Yeah.
Where's the D coming from though? That's the real mystery because it's just a 1.
Yeah, the one. It's just a 1.
It's just a unless it's like a bracket?
No, they just added the D part of the D to the 1. You see, because 1 is just a line,
Yeah.
and then they add a backwards C to make a D.
Oh. Yeah, the backwards C. I use those all the time. Huh. What's that hunk of metal on wheels? Mr. Payne, is the metallic object in that photo Mr. Tonate's bomb transport case?
That wasn't that was not a difficult one.
I know.
That's right. Is there some problem?
The lettering just jumped out at me.
Oh, yes, the transport case was there in courtroom number 4 when the bomb went off. It must have been there ever since.
Oh, that's it.
Miss Woods, have you remembered something?
Yes, I just realized. Its position. It's different from before.
Its position. The position of what?
The position of that big metal thing.
The bomb transport case.
Yeah. When Apollo and I went in there, it was in a different place. Where the case is in the photo was open space, so it was easy to search the stand.
I see. So where was the transport case when you and Mr. Justice saw it?
As I recall, I think it was more to the right.
To the right? Then that means... In that case, the case was over there at the time of Apollo's attack.
Who cares where the transport case was when? What difference does it make? It has nothing at all to do with what we were talking about.
Woo. Where the transport case was has everything to do with this discussion. In fact, it's so important that it's enough to turn the prosecution's argument on its ear. I think that might have been rear, but it was said ear for sure.
It
No,
did say
turn
ear.
it on its ear. I've heard turn on its ear.
I've
Really?
never heard turn it on its ear.
I don't know. Maybe it's like,
Oh, maybe.
Angriest.
ooh,
It's my birthday on Friday.
Ooh, no happy birthdays yet.
Oh,
Almost.
I
there.
almost-
Almost
I
there.
almost-
don't you know
airborne.
one?
You almost
Not
airborne.
one
No.
chat. I don't want to see
Wait for
any.
Friday.
Big Yates. Okay, everyone, name a cuisine and I shall have it for my birthday.
That's a good
This
one.
includes you, chat.
Falafel.
Ethiopian.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I know I
Ooh,
saw a place I wanted
Ethiopian, yeah, they serve what?
I don't know what they serve. I've only.
to go to. I don't know. I heard spicy though.
It's, spicy. Spicy
Yeah.
what? Ooh, speaking
Oh,
of...
what?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what is.
I get it now.
What is that?
I would say...
Wagyu steak.
Indian. Get some nice butter chicken and some korma in your life.
Ethiopian, please. Steak is also very good. I think steak is a very great birthday meal. Or ribs. But you know,
But
you
not
might
ribs.
have that a lot.
Not ribs from a.
Ooh, Korean
pub.
barbecue is good too. Damn it. Well, anyways, take those. Ooh, Indonesian.
What?
Well, that certainly sounds very relevant indeed. And you sound as though you know where the case was at the time of the attack.
Yes, Your Honor. This diagram represents the crime scene as shown in the photo. And this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault on Mr. Justice. All right, I have this. The bomb transport case was here at the time of Hall's attack.
Over top of Uds.
Take that!
Your Honor,
I assert that this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault. But that's...
Inconceivable!
Miss Woods, was this where the transport case was when you saw it?
Yes. Yes, that's where it was.
Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noted an interesting fact about this position. The transport case covers up the writing in blood. Exactly. If the transport case was in that position at the time of the assault, then no message could have been written there because the case was in the way. Which leads us to conclude that Mr. Justice couldn't have been left that, or could not have left that bloody writing.
Objection! Why should we believe the defendant's claim that the case was in a different position? She's obviously lying.
The fact that the case was moved after the assault on Mr. Justice is proved by more than Miss Wood's testimony alone.
What? And where is this proof that you're talking about?
It's right here in the crime photo. I'm keen to see this proof myself, Mr. Wright. What in the photo indicates that the transport case was moved after the assault?
I assume the track marks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and it ran over his bandages.
Ah, bandages.
Bandages underneath the
Bandages.
things.
Please take a look at the marks that run over Mr. Justice's bandages here. I see it. What is it? This mark was made by one of the casters from the transport case carrying the bomb. As the case was moved, it ran over his bandages. In other words, the transport case was originally to the right of Mr. Justice. Then, after Mr. Justice was assaulted, the transport case was moved.
What?
Just as Miss Wood said, the case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was impossible for Mr. Justice to have left that message in blood.
No!
You did it, boss! It was a real nail biter, but you pulled it off.
I want more from you next time on that scream. I don't want you to hold back. I want you to just let it go. Move this mic from your mouth, though.
Yeah.
Next time.
I want more no.
Okay.
Yep. That should bring the prosecution's claim down like a house of cards. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, that was a very clever deduction.
Ah, it was nothing, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. Take that.
Boss, I'm sensing a definite smug and braggy vibe coming off of you. What?
Oh.
I have just one question, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
If Mr. Justice didn't leave this message in blood, then who did?
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Oh. Well, looks like I should have taken that train of thought through to the last station.
Well, I've heard a lot about this. So this is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it?
Ah, this feeling. It brings back memories of the old days. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through thick and thin.
That's just freaking rude, isn't it?
Gotcha.
Oh, Adam!
Adam!
Gaspin's so obsessed with indicting Woods, he can't see the forest for the trees. Someone give him the boot, as we're in need of a pain reliever.
No.
Oh my.
There's so many puns into there. It's really good.
Oh. Hey! Oh, Anonymous. If that's on Streamlabs, it's a bit of a weird thing, and I don't know why it happens on some people's first donations, so let us know in chat if you do want us to know who you are.
Or if it was truly anonymous.
I'm so happy you're playing this game!
Yeah.
What's your favorite Ace Attorney punny name?
Oh. No.
I like the best.
The best. Yeah, the best was the best, wasn't he?
Around.
Oh, man. That's
I
part
don't know.
of the spot.
You? Yeah.
Oh, Callista. You?
Yeah. Callista, you.
Callista,
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Specifically
that
for
was
the
like
fun that they
yeah.
made. The
Oh
you
my
and
god.
you.
Oh god.
I don't know why that was so funny, but
Oh,
we
Chris
died.
C says, this is my question.
Ah, hi Chris.
Nice. Hey, Chris.
Gotcha.
We can look at the log to get that line we missed.
Oh yeah.
We missed a line. Hey, we were logged.
Gee,
No.
Mr. Wright, the judge kind of makes you sound no better than that 2-bit con man.
Then 8.
Than a 2-bit con man, sorry.
You made your argument with such confidence, Mr. Wright.
Dead Man was really good too. Oh.
Ah! Oh, Steve Design. Thank you.
Judy, I might heal faster if you sing Mouth Wide Open for me.
Mouth wide open.
No!
Mouth wide open like you've been at the dentist. It's hard to do this voice.
Steve Design.
Mouth
fine.
wide open. Mouth
It's
wide
fine.
open.
Ooh, you know what? We either need this is fine. Oh no, we have one. We don't have a this is fine donation amount.
This is fine.
Let me just make a little note right here for.
No!
Anyways, have you said this stuff?
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Now, I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence.
Hey, until the judge asked the question, you didn't catch on either, Buster.
Well, what now, boss?
I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner.
Oh, To Kill is a good one too. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way through this. I have to dig my way to the truth somehow. We all know, though, that my favorite is Larry Butts. It's very subtle, but
Yeah.
you can get it. Who could have written that message in blood?
It was Apollo.
I gotta say someone else.
What? No, but it was Apollo.
What? We just said it wasn't Apollo.
But it was Apollo.
You actually want me to send this?
I don't know.
I'm gonna send it.
Well, I
Yeah,
know-
send it. Send it. Let's see what happens. There's no damage or anything. I
Yeah.
don't see. It's fine. Probably send it.
I just want to confirm. You actually think this is correct, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. The person who wrote the bloody message was none other than Mr. Justice. Pardon me?
What? What?
Huh?
Mr. Wright, didn't you just finish saying that it couldn't have been Apollo?
That's what I'm saying.
I think she's right.
And don't try to blame it on old age.
Oh, yeah. I did just say that, didn't I?
Not only does your head resemble a bird, but it seems that you have a bird brain as well.
Ow.
Mr. Wright, please try to think before you speak.
Like a bird, your head is in the clouds, Mr. Wright.
I better give that another try.
Thinking
Who could have written that message in blood?
before you speak? I don't do that.
Oh, crap. Crap.
Someone else.
crap.
Someone. No, wait.
I said someone else.
Yeah. No, I know. I know.
Oh, crap. I can't go back.
Just choose Apollo.
No. I think Junie's the one here.
I think we
Just-
send the.
Pin it on Ted.
Yeah. Ted Tonate.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I could.
Why would you save here?
Oh, why not?
This is the worst place to save, though.
It's the best place to save. What are
Oh,
you
okay.
talking
I
about?
guess I never thought of it through your.
I'm actually
lens.
surprised they let me save at times like this.
Yeah.
Ah, crap.
Yeah. Send.
I would say Ted. Blame Ted.
Ted? Who the hell's Ted?
Ted Detonate.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
if anything, it's the victim.
Wait, Candace, who was dead at the time?
Yeah, because it was there before.
Sure. Okay, that makes sense. Go on.
Are you big? That's a big brain thought right there.
I know.
Yeah, send it.
It's the only one that makes any like a sense.
Ooh, thank you, Midnight Song
But
22.
I think it was the culprit. I think I didn't know we'd go here. I messed up. Hey!
Oh.
Midnight. Thank you.
All right, I'm sending it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't actually have any real proof of this. But I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Besides Apollo, there was one more person who shed blood at this crime scene.
Person who shed blood. You don't mean...
Oh, God, I'm not going to make that joke. Never mind. Oh, but I do. I believe it was Candace Arm who left behind this message in blood.
What?
What? Detective Arm? Are you sure you know what you're doing here?
Not really.
What kind of ridiculous assertion is that? If you had said the attacker left the message to throw people off, it might have made sense.
At first glance, it would seem to be the most reasonable explanation. However, Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write such an extensive message.
Uh-oh.
What's really like super duper misleading is that his finger is bloody as well in this picture.
Right?
Which like, you're like, what?
I know, the mislead, the misdirect.
Oh, I see. Even the photo makes it clear there wasn't enough blood to write all those letters. And Mr. Justice did survive. I suppose he didn't bleed very extensively in that case.
But why would Detective Arm write the defendant's name? There's no connection between the two whatsoever.
And I didn't even know the lady who was killed.
I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. They had never even met each other.
That's very true. Well then, let's see. Then maybe the intended meaning of the message is not what it appears to be.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, the intended meaning.
Not what it appears to be.
Maybe the message was not intended to be woods.
Coming from you, that's quite the bold statement, Mr. Wright. You wish to assert that this bloody writing could have some other meaning.
Yes, Your Honor, that thing you said. For something I pulled out of a wormhole called my ass, it could turn out to be true, right?
It clearly says woods, as anyone can plainly see. What other meaning could it possibly have?
But Candace Arm was a detective. Maybe woods only meant something to the police. Like a police scanner code, for example.
I didn't think of that.
You may have tricked his honor, but you'll never get the best of me. I have a thing for studying on the weekends, as you may have already guessed.
I definitely knew you had nothing better to do.
And there is no such radio code as woods in this state, dear Mr. Wright.
State? Sorry.
The state of Japanifornia, you ignorant.
Definitely, absolutely.
Of course.
I got
now
that.
eat your jelly donuts
Sorry.
and sit down.
I will. Is that a fact?
Don't look at me. I know as much as you do about police codes.
Enough of this. I was quite taken with the defense's new theory, but if they can't substantiate it with anything, then I must end things here.
No, please wait, Your Honor.
Very well. Before we discuss this theory any further, I demand a plausible explanation. So, Mr. Wright, what is the true meaning of the bloody writing?
Well, I believe it's,
His face is too expressive.
And no stalling! If you can't come up with an answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over.
I'm in trouble now. What other meaning could it have besides the obvious one? Maybe it means something in another language. Or maybe it's a code. Think, Phoenix. You can do this.
Which piece of evidence will tell us the words in which woods really means?
We watched the live action movie.
Stop stalling!
Your Honor, it could
Are you trying to buy time?
No.
Oh, Adam!
You're
Thank
thinking
you.
too normal. Think crazy. Guess Mia's advice from case 1-4 is still very accurate, even after 10 years or so, eh, Nick?
Damn.
That is sorry, not obscure, but very specific reference.
Very specific and very pertinent.
Yeah,
Percolate?
pertinent. Yeah, you said
I'm gonna send this. If it's not this, then
Take that!
take that. Loved it, Riku. Loved it.
Bomb transport case. I've had it up to here with your shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Take a look at the numbers on this case, Your Honor. L10015R. Does this string look vaguely familiar?
L100. What does this have to do with anything?
Huh? What could those numbers possibly have to do with the case at hand?
Now, please take a look at the bloody writing shown in the crime photo.
Oh, I think I see it.
That a girl. That's one on my side.
It says woods.
Or you could say it's a horse of a different color, Your Honor. The first character isn't a W. It's actually an L and a 1. The next are 2 zeros.
Oh, my goodness.
The true meaning behind the bloody writing isn't Miss Wood's name. It's the number engraved on this bomb transport case.
What are you talking about? The next part doesn't make any sense. The next number is a 1, but the bloody writing says D.
Thank you.
Objection!
But the number on this case and the bloody writing can be made to match up quite easily. This is how the number on the transport case can be made to match the bloody writing. Oh, crap.
Erase 2 lines.
2? I think it is 2 lines.
Yeah, because you erase the D.
D and the W one?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. The one between the L and the I, and then the line around the D. So I guess 2 lines.
Because there's a little line that connects that one.
Yeah.
The D is so weird, though.
You don't have to be so upfront about it.
I don't want to touch that.
Because it's weird.
Please erase the third downward stroke of the W and the curved part of the D.
Oh, wow. Would you look at that? Oh,
Goofy magic.
Louise.
Lewis.
No, Your Honor. It isn't meant to be read as a word. It's the number L10015, which, if you take away the final R...
Oh, man. In before the rock that he got smashed with was the R.
R, probably. It is the exact same number that's on the bomb transport case.
Erase 2 lines and they match up, you say? Well, I can change anything into anything else by simply erasing 2 lines. What if we erase 2 lines from your name? Would you be happy as Mr. Rye?
Well, would you, Mr. Roy?
The only right spelling is right. Okay, I'm doing pretty well here, and I think I've drawn the right conclusion. Detective Arm's real message to us is the bomb transport case number. Your Honor, the 2 lines were added by the real culprit to intentionally mislead people.
What?
The original message Detective Arm left behind was the transport case number. But whoever assaulted Apollo changed the message.
If you're right, boss, then what do you suppose Detective Arm was trying to tell us?
Good question. What does this number represent?
Do you see this number here? This is my identification number.
Where's the bottle of justice? Candace Arm lost her life in the courtroom bombing. Her dying message could only have had one purpose.
No.
To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing. Oh, well, don't keep us in suspense, Mr. Wright, and tell us who she was trying to name. The culprit that the victim was trying to identify is none other than Juniper Woods, according to Nyanny.
No, what? No.
What?
Yukiko?
Yukiko?
God, it is good to go through.
The defense wishes to indict Mr. Ted Tonate on the charge of the courtroom bombing. Ted Tonate? Apparently, disabling bombs isn't Mr. Tonate's only speciality. Somehow, the victim must have realized that he was the bomber. So, when he was caught in the blast, she left his bomb transport case number as her dying message. She used Mr. Tonate's own ID to finger him for the crime.
Lots of fingering going on.
Yeah.
Why would anyone go out of their way to write an ID number? Wouldn't they simply write the person's name?
He's got a good point there.
What do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright?
That only Detective Arm would know the answer to that. But allow me to offer a theory. A game theory. Perhaps Detective Arm couldn't recall Mr. Tonate's name in the heat of the moment. As I recall, this was the first meeting between the two. It's entirely possible that they wouldn't have been familiar with each other.
Or maybe using the ID number was a way to hide its true meaning from the real culprit, thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing.
But no matter what the reason, the important thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains, she wrote Mr. Tonate's ID number.
Now, just wait a moment here. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Mrs. Detective Arm who wrote it. The bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast. If the detective had left any messages, it should have been found at that time.
Naturally, Mr. Tonate hid it before anyone could discover it. And there's a simple explanation for how he was able to do so.
What?
Mr. Tonate was able to cover the message up because he's... shoot. The first to find the body, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
I
that the
think they
case?
said that. I think they said it. I think they said that.
We're all good with this?
I think they said that. Pretty
can't
sure they said-
remember.
I think that they said that. Meme it for
Meme it.
damage. No way, Warrior's waifu.
The first person to discover the bloody writing was Mr. Tonate himself.
I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but ended up discovering a dead body.
When Mr. Tonate saw the victim had written his ID number, he used the bomb transport case to cover up the bloody writing as a stopgap measure.
Oh, so that's why the message was in blood under the transport case.
He didn't have enough time to try and scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious. So, those letters lived on to serve another function. When Mr. Tonate used them in another incident.
Oh, the assault on Mr. Justice.
Exactly. Mr. Tonate hit upon a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purposes. So he didn't clean it away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it. Ooh. By adding 2 lines to the writing that Detective Arm left behind, he changed the meaning of the message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Woods of the crime.
That's some quick thinking.
So that means...
The only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the courtroom bomber, who was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice. And that person is Ted Tonate.
Rebel. Oh my god, it was the bomber killer who bombed people is surprised that no one could see coming. Oh my god, right?
Order in the court, I say! It looks like we'll have to hear from the bomb specialist himself, who's slowly slinking out of the room right now. Can you stop him, please? Thank you.
Abort, abort, abort.
Mr. Payne, please have Mr. Tonate take the witness stand.
Yes, Your Honor.
That was great, Mr. Wright.
Just doing what I do best, which is flying by the edge of my pants.
Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try.
Remember when he said that? Doesn't that seem kind of cryptic and weird, everybody? Everybody, you were all around. You heard his computer arm be like, Hey, see if you can figure this case out, wink.
I finally drawn Mr. Tonate back into the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, Goggle Man. Now watch me take your lies apart. Oh,
And watch me nay-nay.
And watch me be right back.
Oh, I'm also playing
With
this.
the bottle of happiness. I need the bottle of happiness.
Mega Origami! Great stream, guys. Just so you know, you're supposed to play the DLC case after episode 2.
Thank you very much.
As it is chronologically correct. Have fun.
Will do. Thank you. Our mods are awesome, and we are in the know
We also
for
got
such information.
A rap sent to us earlier today
Oh, I gotta hear it.
by
I got it.
by Steve. Let's just go back to that. Yeah, do the DLC and we'll let you be, but only between case 2 and 3. So we'll fix a little inconsistency, or else we'll feel so empty. End of stream.
Nice. That's really good. You got it. Yeah, no, totally. Ucha Nekome. All about that canonical order, totally. This is good. What is happening in here?
Isn't it?
It is. I like everything. It's fun being back in Ace Attorney land. We haven't been here for so long.
Where do I put my underwear now? You can just send them post office box. No, don't do that.
No.
Do not do that.
But Danielle did ask earlier. I put it in chat. But if you do want to send us anything at all, we do unboxing streams for things that people send us to our mailbox. We got one in Blaine, Washington. The address is in the description down below. 477 Peace Portal Drive, Suite 117. Thank you.
Thank you.
107? Yeah, look in the description. Angriest!
Don't forget to play the DLC case between 2 and 3, and then we'll chat. We'll let you be. And everybody wants to get
deceive,
a B, but nobody can do because they're angry.
Mr. Tonate, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you.
I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The allegations are all laughable.
I wouldn't be laughing if I were you, Mr. Tonate. The message in blood matches your ID number.
What? These
The same ID number that is there on that bomb transport case.
Such a far-fetched theory, no better than a tangled ball of wires. I have them all tangled for you in no time at all.
You were the first person on the scene after Detective Arm left her message. You were the only one who could have hidden the writing and then used it again later.
I see ×2, but then let me ask you. Do you have any proof that Detective Arm wrote that message?
Oh, it's a very good question.
And how did she do it when she was disarmed?
Test the blood!
The best way to prove that Detective Arm wrote that message is to analyze the DNA.
Ooh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I request a DNA test be performed on the blood itself. Once we know whose it is, it'll be obvious as to who wrote that message.
Very well. Bailiff, please put in a request for a DNA test from the forensics team.
Yes, Your Honor.
It'll be some time before we have the results of the analysis. Until then, let's hear more from the witness.
I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's theory is. Oh, welcome to live, Jarrett.
Oh, Adam!
Fun fact, the dub of the AA anime, in the dub, even if they didn't get Sam Riegel to voice Nick, he did get to voice Furio Tigre during the Recipe for a Turnabout.
Oh, interesting.
I liked
Furio
Tigre.
Tigre.
I liked him a lot.
Oh man, who was that great girl in that case?
Can't
remember.
All bandaged up.
Yeah.
She was great.
Violetta.
Yeah.
Violetta? I thought you were talking about the chef.
Oh, no, he was great too.
What was his name? Flamboyant?
Armstrong?
Armstrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flex Armstrong.
Violetta Cadaverini.
Yeah.
So
I admit I was the first one on the scene after the explosion, but there was nobody bloody writing there at the time.
Oh, you just screwed yourself.
Anyway, there is no way the detective arm could have written it. She struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found.
No ninjutsu. So, you're saying the victim's body was nowhere near where the writing was?
Precisely. It is as plain as day that she could not have written it. It's true.
It's true that the body was discovered near the entrance of the courtroom.
I still want someone to have Mickey Mouse voice at some point.
Oh, someone's gonna get a Mickey Mouse voice.
It's true that the body was discovered near the entrance to the courtroom. Please have a look at this crime scene photograph. Oh, Lord, it's so hard to look. As you can see, there is blood on the rubble near the victim's body. She must have died after hitting her head there.
Sad.
It is so sad.
I see.
Phoenix is now Goofy.
Oh, that's yucked up.
Athena's Donald Duck.
All right then, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Do you have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart?
Cross-examination. After the explosion.
I admit I was the first one to discover the body.
Why were you the first person on the scene?
To secure the area. It is regulation for a bomb disposal specialist to enter first.
In other words, you had the opportunity to alter the bloody writing then, didn't you?
Well... Objection! Mr. Wright, please don't interrupt. Mr. Tonate is about to give testimony that will show just how wrong your reasoning is.
Darn. I think he was just about to say something interesting too.
When I went in and saw the aftermath, well, it was quite a disaster. But there was no bloody writing there at the time.
You were able to tell this even with those goggles on.
With these goggles, there is no way I could have missed something like that.
So smug.
Do you think the red and blue lenses are like a subtle reference to the 3D-ness of this game?
I thought it was police, but what you said made a lot more sense.
Do you think it's like some really deep lore, like this whole game is seen from Ted Tonate's perspective, thus being in 3D, like, bam.
Oh my god. Clay, why have you done this to my brain?
Nope.
I can see quite well with them. In fact, I can see every hair on your spiky head.
I don't know if you have that close to the game.
Oh, you have a few grays, Mr. Wright.
What?
Poor Mr. Wright. You're always working so hard keeping our office together.
Wait a minute. I don't have any gray hairs.
Just kidding.
I object to the witness's attempt to prematurely give me gray hair.
Mr. Tonate, This court frowns upon the untoward comments on a person's hair or lack thereof.
Ah, yes.
I'm sensing a great sorrow coming from the judge.
Oh.
My apologies, Your Honor. May I please continue my testimony? Anyway, there is no way Detective Arm could have written it.
Hold it!
If she didn't write it, then who do you propose did?
Mr. Justice, of course. Just before dying, he wrote the name of his attacker, Juniper Woods.
A final message from your poor subordinate.
Poor Mr. Justice. I'm starting to get all misty-eyed.
Apollo is not dead, folks.
So how can you be so sure it wasn't Detective Arm who wrote that message?
It is very simple. She had struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found.
Oh, my bad.
The victim's body and the writing are several yards away from each other. There's no way she could reach.
Oh god, you get one too, I guess.
Quite the conundrum.
So that means something is off somewhere. There must be a contradiction.
Maybe the body was moved? But that doesn't explain how blood got onto the rubble.
What if it was done by the real culprit after the fact? If that's the case, then something about that might contradict the evidence we have.
Hold it!
If she didn't write it, then who do you propose? Oh, shoot.
That's the next one.
Hold it!
Do you imagine she would have she was thrown back by the force of the blast?
A bomb can inflict damage not only from the explosion itself, but also substantial secondary damage from the blast wind.
Detective Arm unfortunately hit her head on some rubble. It is stated in her autopsy report as well. Cause of death, trauma to the back of the head.
Ah, the autopsy report. I better take another look at that, hint, hint.
Now, do you see, Detective Arm could not have written that message. The reason for that being, she was too far away from the bloody message was found.
Hold it!
Isn't it possible that she could have crawled to the area of the bloody message?
If that were true, then how did she return to the spot near the entrance?
Maybe she crawled back after writing it. Hey, this guy just humphed me?
Would you like to get down on the floor and give us a demonstration of your theory?
Huh? No, thank you.
The victim's body and the writing are several yards away from each other. There's no way she could reach.
Quite the conundrum.
Ba, ba, ba.
Now we're back.
So let's look at that court record.
Her finger. Wait, no, that's not good.
But it's the
her right
other
You
hand.
can't see her other hand. Is that all we got?
Here we
for
go.
that thing?
Let's give me. Oh,
I know, right? In the thumbnail, you can see the whole hand, but then the thing you
yeah.
can't.
But it's.
Oh, there's multiple pictures. Not for the other ones though, eh?
And it doesn't seem like it, no.
Lame.
So, cause of death, trauma to the back of the head caused by an impact with a flat object.
Present that evidence.
Presented.
Objection!
You are a terrible liar, Mr. Tonate. Take a look at this autopsy, specifically the part about Detective Arm's head injury. Cause of death, trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object.
Yes, what about it?
Now take a good look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed.
Hey, you're right. You're right, boss. It is pointy, just like your hair.
That is odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning behind this contradiction?
I believe it means that the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. The bloodstain you see is just another fabrication. Its purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance.
Are you claiming that the culprit moved the victim's body?
That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head at some point at some other location. Most likely on the floor or some other flat surface. And this location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found.
In that case, she definitely could have written the message.
Your Honor, I have the results of the bloodstain analysis.
Ah, very good timing. Let's take a look. According to this report, the message was written in Detective Arm's blood.
Oh.
And, as the defense claims, only the parts of the message were added afterwards. Were written in Mr. Justice's blood. It would appear that the defense's assertion is correct after all.
Bloody writing analysis added to the court record.
Yes, you did it. You were right, boss.
Now I have to drive it home. I'll have to take a good look at the bloody writing analysis later.
Mr. Tonate, it is now apparent that you have told several lies in this court. I hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself.
How do you type that out?
Fine, I will confess.
You will? But then, why are you so calm?
This time I will tell the truth. It is true that the detective Arm wrote my ID number. She very plainly wrote L10015R. I was shocked, but I did not detonate the bomb. Detective Arm must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad.
I see. So it is your assertion that you merely moved the body. Is that it?
That is correct. I did not kill Detective Arm.
Oh, well, if that's all you did, then... Wait a minute! That in and of itself is a criminal act!
Glad to see you finally crossed that finish line, Your Honor.
Very well, then. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright.
The truth.
It is true that the Detective Arm wrote my ID number.
Oh, we already read this.
Hold it!
So, you admit that you actually did see the bloody writing that Detective Arm left.
My bad. I should have said so from the outset.
And you're sure it was your ID number?
I am sure it was definitely my ID number. That number was assigned exclusively to me by the police department. The number is assigned to my goggles as well.
So, those funky things were provided by the police department.
Although these are special goggles customized by me personally.
Speaking of personalized, these sunglasses of mine are custom made as well. They're specially created to be particularly dark and shiny.
Speaking of special, my gavel is made of mahogany and was custom made as well. It was specially created to make a particularly loud and resounding sound. Also, I had this one specially made after a certain incident to crush badger hands, but that's something different entirely. Wish I had something to brag about. Be all that it may, I just want to reconfirm that you saw the bloody writing clearly. Mahogany. And that that it was your ID number.
That is correct. My ID number was written in blood on the floor. She very plainly wrote L10015R. I was shocked.
It was a double reference, Ginger. I had a ton of references shoved at that line. There were so many. So many. L10015R. So yes, both references are correct. I'm sorry. And it was written after the bomb went off in the courtroom. Complex references. I know, there was so much there. I had to hit them all.
Correct. I didn't know why she would write it, so that sent me into a panic.
Sounds like you were in quite a tizzy.
If I were in his shoes, I guess it would have psyched me out too. I can't imagine coming across the message "Psychs" written in blood.
If I saw "gasp in pain" written in blood, it'd certainly make me gasp. In
What is
pain.
the emotion I'm feeling right now, Athena?
Rest assured, Mr. Tonate, I understand how you must have felt.
And you discovered your ID number written in blood at the scene, and...
That is right. I saw it with my own eyes. It very clearly said L10015R. But I did not detonate the bomb.
Hold it. Hold it. Didn't you?
Rajiv!
Thank you, Rajiv.
Come on, guys. This guy's totally innocent.
I know. I want to
Wink.
get Juniper back up here. I would have really kind of liked it if Junie did do it.
If she was just like,
It was me.
what?
I blew everyone up.
It'd be so good.
And I'm gonna blow you up too.
I love this line from Phoenix, though. It's so good. I didn't detonate it. Didn't you? Okay, I did. Great. Let's wrap this up.
Didn't you, though?
Lawyer trick number 105. Didn't you? The victim may have had a special knowledge of who the bomber was.
I have no idea what thoughts Detective R may have had inside her head. It is not like I ever dismantled her mind to check.
Damn, that's dark.
That's weird.
Mr. Wright, if you have suspicions about the witness, let's see your proof. Evidence is everything in a court of law. Even school children know that. How many years have you been a defense attorney now?
Cut me some slack, will you?
Don't feel bad, boss. You just got your attorney's badge back after all. In that sense, you're still more of a beginner than I am.
Seska's comment.
He's innocent.
I
Is
suppose
he,
I should
though?
be thankful you're not a licensed psychologist. Senpai?
Mr. Tonate, please continue with your testimony.
With pleasure. My ID number was left at the scene, but Detective R must have mistaken it.
By mistaken, do you mean that you had nothing to do with the explosion?
That is correct. That is why I was so shocked when I saw my ID number.
The victim may have suspected Mr. Tonate for no reason other than the fact that he, as the bomb specialist, he was in charge of the bomb.
Sup, Midnight?
In other words, a false accusation. It's a vocational discrimination, I say.
I do not support discrimination of any kind.
Good guy, Judge.
Well spoken, Your Honor. If the victim had been found to be the killer with a gavel, Mr. Blue Suit over there would probably have pinned the crime on you.
He would?
I decree it.
Well, that just wouldn't do.
I know.
Mr. Wright, if you dare try to pin anything on me, I will find you in contempt of court.
But I've never tried to harm a hair on... a strand on your beard, Your Honor.
Well said, Mr. Payne, because I am so closely associated with bombs. I was afraid I would be prosecuted if anyone saw the bloody writing.
Damn.
Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad.
You didn't think to clean away the bloody writing.
I didn't have time. By the time I found the message, the blood was already dry. The police were waiting just outside for me to secure the room. And I still had to move the body. I was in panic. With no time to spare, I temporarily covered the writing with my case.
Nyanny? Okay. I'm gonna go with it.
Well, since he's going, I'm gonna play this and then I'm gonna go pee.
Oh, what fantastic news. Ooh, what's up? Roll for high noon. Blow up this guy's testimony. Don't bomb this. Puns on puns. Those are some explosive puns you got there. Really blowing away the competition. I see for what you've done there. Oh, cool. Oh, they didn't even come in a package? Came individual like that?
No, they do.
Oh, I see. Hey, what's roll 4?
Hooey! I received a pair of needle-nose pliers from Amazon.
Oh!
I wonder what those are for. And 22 nozzles
22?
with 7 pieces of cleaning.
Oh, nice. All right.
What are they for? Who knows?
Oh, blanket.
But it is certainly related to the stream.
Y'all are gonna find out.
Someday.
Someday.
Didn't you think the police would find it during their investigation?
Regulation stipulates only specialists may touch transport cases. Because of the danger, you see. I thought I would clean up the writing once they were finished. My bad.
My bad? Does he really think that will just magically smooth everything over?
This guy is something else. And I don't believe Detective Arm's dying message was just some mistake. He won't wriggle out of this that easily. What did Mr. Tonate see when he first discovered the bloody writing? There has to be a contradiction hidden in his testimony somewhere.
Is it true that Detective Arm wrote my ID number? It is. She very plainly wrote the number.
I guess I could throw this. Well, I'm gonna come back to that. I'm not detonating the bomb. It's mistaken for the real bomber.
Don't worry, Midnight. We read, but we just
Oh, there's
always
that
can't,
and then no R.
We can't always say things that, especially because there's a lot of reading in this game.
Yeah,
So-
it's hard for us to take a break and address things in chat.
But we
Totally.
do. I do read.
I try
do read
and
the chat.
weave it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Believe me, if we addressed everything, we'd just be here reading chat all day, which is great.
We do those streams. Follow us on Twitch.
Oh, we should have chat dramatic readings.
No, wait, that's not
Yup.
it. Sorry.
Like Nyanny said, Midnight. You see this, Clay? Oh, hell nah.
Think this one, or is there the one
Yeah,
beside it?
I think that
I
both
don't
might
think you
work.
can.
I don't think there's one that clearly says it.
The one to that one right there. Oh,
Because, oh, sorry, this. There it is. Perfect. Okay, great. Let's present that.
Objection! I just want to make doubly sure that L10015R is really what you saw written in blood.
Yes, it is very clearly said L10015R.
But that's odd, because that's not what I see.
Do you see what I see?
What on earth are you babbling on about now? Wasn't it you who claimed that the bloody writing was his ID number in the first place?
Take a good look at the photo and the bloody writing analysis. Now, tell me, what is it? Does it really say L10015R?
Oh.
Something is missing, isn't it? And that something is the final R. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Tonate? I appreciate you not asking me that, Mr. Judge.
Right now I remember there was no R on the end. It was just a slip of the finger, my bad.
Come back. Come back, my beautiful contradiction.
Mr. Wright, I'm not so sure it was just a simple slip of the finger.
You have something for me, Athena?
I sense that he's extremely agitated, almost panicked.
What gave you that idea? Is it your magical powers?
I'm an analytical psychologist.
He does look pretty flustered. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake. Look at that. Just gotta believe the best in people all the time. And I'm a little Irish now. Hoity-toity-toy.
Hoity-toity-toy. Hoity-toity-toy.
I don't know. Did he really just make a typo? What about that R? Did Mr. Tonate really see it?
Actually saw it.
What does that mean, though, is the only thing I don't know, but I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah.
Maybe Mr. Tonate really did see the R. But there's no R anywhere in the bloody writing.
What's going on here? Man, I wish so badly it was a D. It'd just make this whole thing so
Where's
much
the
better.
D?
Where's the D? There's only a little bit of the D left.
I don't think he really
Yeah.
saw the D. If he saw the D, then
Y'all need
What does
Jesus.
the D mean? Huh. Now that I take another good look at this photo, I think maybe... That's it!
What is it now, Mr. Wright? Are you trying to imitate Apollo and his cords of steel?
I've got it! So that's what happened. A slip of the finger. Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. I propose that Mr. Tonate really did see the letter R. But... Oh, the photo clearly shows that there was no R. No, Your Honor. Actually, just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. Tonate actually could have seen the R. Oh. If you're going to make that claim, then you'd better be able to point out what you mean. What part of the photo shows that Mr. Tonate could have seen the R?
I don't know why this is the sound of the finger moving, but Adam!
last donation before going to work.
Okay.
Ted's
okay.
totally wired with guilt. Yet our accusation could blow up in our faces, dismantle his lies, and reveal the truth.
Oh,
Wowie, wow.
That was a lot. That was a lot. Thank you, Adam.
Take that!
Bam!
Please take a look here. To the right of the 5. Do you see that little bit of red? Oh, I see it! Just on the edge of where the floor is broken up. That's the R that Mr. Tonate saw.
It's true that the witness wears some very, very odd goggles, but that doesn't mean that his eyesight is bad, nor his brain power. What part of that little smudge looks like an R to you?
You got it. But what Mr. Tonate saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole and complete R written there. Before the floor was damaged by the explosion. Oh, well, that explains it. Whoa, huh?
Care to explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything happened in the exact opposite order.
Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The timing of when the R was written turns everything about this case around. Now then, if the floor was damaged by the explosion, when was the message written?
I wonder.
Ouchie, ow.
With the bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that,
Oh.
we can only conclude that it was written before the explosion.
But that's ridiculous.
Oh, if that were true, it overturns your own premise. That's right, it does. In fact, it turns everything upside down.
Find nothing but faith in nothing.
Oh, I thought you were going to flip the whole stream upside down.
Oh, man.
Can be done with one click?
Can be done with...
Kind
no.
of.
No, with lots of clicks.
Well, hold on. Let me see. Let's see. Can I do
Maybe
it
you
with
turn
one click?
us upside down.
Do you think I could do
I-
it with
I-
one
There's only one
You
way
can
I
turn
can think.
something upside down.
Oh!
You didn't
Go
think
back
I
to
could-
the
You didn't
thing.
think I could do it, do you?
No, there it is.
Wait. Oh, no, go back to the log. To the log, Clay.
I'm here, though.
That's right, it does. In fact, it turns everything up right side up. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred.
Order. Order in the court.
What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten that the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
True, but considering this scenario,
She'd been dead for days.
she was hit on the head and killed before the explosion, or even before the trial began.
Oh my god, I was joking.
Her body was subsequently placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. That way, it could be made to look like she was the victim of a blast.
What?
It sounds like we'd better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Arm before the trial?
Let's see. According to the police report, here it is. One person saw the victim before the trial.
Uh-oh.
And that person was Ted Tonate. Wait, what?
No one besides Mr. Tonate saw the victim?
That appears to be the case, Your Honor.
Man,
Sweating
it's weird that his
profusely
periods are in so many different places
binary.
on his keyboard.
I would now ask the court to recall something. Specifically, Mr. Tonate's words from yesterday.
It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb.
Oh my.
Mr. Tonate, just before the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together at the scene of the crime, courtroom number 4. Your Honor, the defense requests new testimony from Mr. Tonate. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just before the trial.
Mr. Tonate, your testimony, please.
My testimony, there is no need for what
He's completely unnerved, Mr. Wright. You must have hit the nail on the head.
because and all I did was transport the bomb to the courtroom. I already told you.
God bless this thing. I was only in the courtroom with the victim because of our work. I swear I was only transporting the bomb there.
Not good for your teeth. Oh my god.
You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Tisk, tisk. Do you always leave yourself so open to attack, Mr. Wright?
What now, Mr. Payne?
Yes, Mr. Tonate may have had the opportunity to kill Detective Arm, but an important piece of your assertion is missing.
What important piece?
The murder weapon? What do you claim was used to kill the victim?
Oh, Mr. Payne has a point. Even if Mr. Tonate had the chance, without a weapon, he can't accuse him of the crime.
Well, Mr. Tonate?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh. Wowie, wow.
I didn't have any sort of thing that could be used as a murder weapon on me. I couldn't possibly have killed Detective Harm.
Did he really have nothing he could use as a murder weapon? What is it, Athena?
Just looking over the victim's autopsy report. I'm hoping there's something in here that can point us in the right direction.
Well, it does say that she died from trauma to the back of the head with a flat object. But... oh, crap.
Was it the case?
Well, it certainly wasn't me.
And I don't see Maya around anywhere.
We made the same
I
joke
know.
in different directions.
I was like, to joke or not to joke.
Yeah. And to inflict that specific kind of injury, all you would need is a flat surface, right?
A heavy, blunt object with a flat surface that could definitely be our murder weapon.
You are describing Maya.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you indicate for the court what was used to kill Detective Harm?
I believe I can. Believe being the key word here.
You can?
Then please do so now. What did Mr. Tonate have that could have been used as the murder weapon?
The bomb itself?
No, I think it's the case.
You think he lifted that and did a smack with it?
No, I think he might have, like, I don't know, WWE'd her head into it or something.
Oh my god!
What does it say about the bomb?
Because they were both transporting the bomb, right?
Yeah. Oh, you don't even have the bomb. You only have... oh, there it is. Oh, it's cracked screen, though.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Guilty.
Yeah, let's go for it. Oh my god, and it would totally be gone, too.
Yeah.
Totally. Totally.
Yeah, let's try it. Why not?
Take that!
Mr. Tonate, you say you didn't have anything that could be used as a murder weapon. But in fact, you had the perfect thing.
What? What in the devil are you talking about?
You had this.
That's the bomb. I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast.
The bomb blast, no. But I believe Candace Arm was killed with this bomb. Because this is the blunt object that delivered the fatal blow to her head. Please recall the description of Detective Arm's head wound. Trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. We assume this injury was sustained when her head hit the floor. But a blow from any flat side of this bomb would produce the exact same wound pattern. What's with him?
Then show me some proof! Where's the evidence that I hit the victim with the bomb?
He's right. I don't have anything decisive.
Did you find any of the victim's blood on the bomb? Oh, whoa, that's decisive proof! But too bad the bomb is blown to bits, it's long gone! Boom! Game over, yeah!
Oh.
Mr. Wright, is there really nothing on the bomb in the photo?
I don't see any blood or anything.
Wait, the timer display is a little broken here. Maybe it broke when it made contact with Detective Arm's head.
That's definitely a distinct possibility. But unless we find a fragment with the victim's blood on it, it's not going to count.
I guess you're right.
By setting off the bomb, Tonate managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon.
What in the world do I do now? At times like this, I've got to change gears and look at things in a different way. Instead of looking for the things he wasn't able to hide, I should be looking for a way to expose the things he did hide. Ted Tonate murdered Detective Arm before the trial started, when he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off, which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. And I think I have just the thing. Time to present the photo that shows exactly what Mr. Tonate had to hide. Wait, present the photo? Oh, I thought it was going to be the bomb transport case.
Mono-do!
Oh man, I missed most of it. Oh well, time to catch up. Get that bod bump for us, guys.
Aw, thanks.
Thank you. And Fangirl 1998, appreciate the Twitch sub. Boop. And Justin!
And the Oscar goes to Tom.
Thank you, Justin.
I gotta go with the bomb case. Like, I guess it's a photo of it? Maybe? Right?
Wait.
I thought this for sure, but the only thing that is throwing me off is where he says photo.
What?
I wish it said
wait.
evidence.
What's
Wait,
the
but
context
he,
of this?
Yeah, he's trying to hide something though.
Yeah.
Can you go to the log for me just for a sec? I just want to see what was before this. He placed the body in the courtroom after the bomb went off.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh. Maybe the missing remote switch too. Oh. But
what do you think he's hiding about that bomb transport case? That's what I'm not seeing.
well, the missing remote switch is missing, so I mean he could have hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's the remote switch.
Yeah.
Take that! Your Honor, please take a look at this. The fact that Mr. Tonate hid this makes it decisive evidence for my case. Ah, crap.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure I really understand what you mean by that, Mr. Wright.
I'm not sure either, Your Honor.
Me neither.
Here's a penalty to inspire you to make more comprehensible assertions in the future.
Damn it.
Well, that was a spectacular belly flop, but I can't back down now. I'd better reconsider what Mr. Tonate could have hidden. Ted Tonate murdered Detective Arm before the trial started. He placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off, which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then.
The body.
He had to hide Arm.
Yeah. It's been a while since we were so confident that we could save somewhere. Is there not the photo to the right? Two more. Crime scene photo.
I would say either the autopsy report or the crime scene photo would.
Because he says photo.
Yeah. I'm saying you gotta. I'm pretty confident. That
yeah, I'm gonna go with the photo because it says
photo. It says photo.
Take that!
Come on.
Your Honor, there's something we've been overlooking. If the murder took place before the trial, then Mr. Tonate would have had to hide the body somewhere during the trial.
Hey, you're right. And if we can figure out where that hiding place was.
Exactly. We might be able to find some evidence we can pin him down with. So where could Mr. Tonate have hidden the body during the trial?
Now it's time for that case that you've been wanting to throw.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we'll just have to find out next time.
Oh, you monster! You
Where could Mr. Tonate have hidden the body during the trial?
We're gonna find out tomorrow at 12:30, so make sure to be there. I don't think we gave away any likes for this video, did we?
We did.
Oh, we did. Perfect. And we got, make sure to like the video if you dig this playthrough so far. We're giving away 50 waffles for every single like that's on this video in about 30 seconds.
30 seconds, baby. Aw, yeah. And thank you so much for supporting what we do. And once again, happy birthday, Suzu.
Happy birthday, Suzu.
Happy birthday to you. And thanks again. And
I hope to see you guys at Persona 4 Golden in just an hour. And we're going to be playing some livegame.show after that, which is the fun game where you get to
Play
win
games.
waffles and play games.
For Yukiko.
Yukiko. So yeah, a lot of fun. East Turning running Sunday through Thursday at 12:30 p.m. PDT. Hope to see you there. Or here again, or if you're watching the VOD next time.
Double cliffhangers on the first case?
What? Yeah, this is good stuff. No, Zero, you dropped your membership.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I missed this yesterday.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Right?
A lot of fun. A lot of reading too.
Yeah, it's
I
good
forgot how
practice.
to read so much.
Me too.
My eyes.
My eyes.
My eyes.
It burns.
It burns.
That shouldn't be as funny as it is.
Oh, it's so funny. It's only funny because she's totally okay.
I should get
My eyes.
I should get the it burns.
It burns. Yeah, no, you should get the my eyes too.
My eyes?
Yeah, just whenever something like crazy comes up.
My eyes.
My eyes. It burns. Use the glasses. Yes, I will. Oh my god, Jets. Aggressive. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good time, and I hope to see you soon. I'm gonna grab some food. I'm so hungry.
I'm a little peckish myself.
Yeah, maybe I want some eggs.
Ooh,
Sometimes you get the craving for eggs.
I do. You have special eyes.
New season of the Anime Club coming up as well.
Right?
Figured out what's wrong with
you
that,
and Mo get to figure that out and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Oh, my stomach is making the rumbly.
Okay, everybody. See you in an hour.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. How many likes are on the video? Tell me quickly before it's too late.
I don't know.
Whatever chat says +1.
173. 5.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Yukiko?